Daniel Jones last night played a respectable game against the New England Patriots. Wasn't enough to win the football game. 15 of 31, not a great completion percentage. 161 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks, 2 carries for 8 yards. He's got 5 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions so far this year as a starter. He was asked after the game, were you overwhelmed out there by the New England defense? Here's what he had to say.
I don't think so. I mean, I think I didn't play well by any means. I don't mean to confuse that, but I don't think it was overwhelming. I think it was just bad plays, bad decisions.
Yeah, I don't like to critique what guys wear to press conferences, but these guys are all highly compensated. He's got the Tony Romo shirt on the neck on the shirt way too big for the neck. Did you notice that? He's got a lot of room there. He could go another inch or 2 with the smaller neck size on the shirt. If you're going to button it up and wear the tie, you got to make sure it's a little more snug than that against the neck, Big Cat. That's my clothing etiquette lesson for today.
Mike, he's dressing out of Eli Manning's closet. I think we can all see that. Like, he literally is. Before every game, we see this. He's dressing out of Eli Manning's closet. I understand what he's saying. I think he was overwhelmed. And I think the interceptions and the fumbles that Daniel Jones is showing is something that has to make you a little concerned, because it's something that happened at Duke, and now he comes to the NFL and the same problems pop up. He has 8 turnovers in 4 starts. He has 9 turnovers total. That's not good. And it's okay for a rookie, because when you're a rookie, you're trying to figure everything out, and sometimes things move a little too fast on you. The question, though, is, does this continue, and does this become what Daniel Jones is, and is he the injury-prone guy?
But let's find something positive in what he did last night. He went into Foxborough on a windy, nasty night without Saquon Barkley, without Saquon Barkley's backup, Wayne Gallman, without Evan Engram, starting tight end, without Sterling Shepard, top receiver, and still played a respectable game. Now, the entire team should feel good about keeping the game respectable into the fourth quarter, but I think Daniel Jones did a lot better than we've seen other quarterbacks do in a situation where they don't have the help, they don't have their fellow starting offensive players at key positions, and they just completely crater in the face of a great defense.
Yeah, no, listen, I think Daniel Jones is going to be a good quarterback. I'm buying the Daniel Jones stock right now, but wouldn't you alternatively say, Mike, with 3 turnovers and the defense playing the way they did in terms of the Giants, getting the strip sack touchdown, helping out the offense, getting a interception while the Patriots are going in for a score. The defense did a lot there to help you stay in that game. You need to repay that by not putting them in bad spots with 3 pretty bad interceptions. A couple of them look like, what is he even looking at? So, okay, I'll give him an okay, because obviously the test was a lot harder than a normal test, so we're grading this all on a curve. But I'm not going to sit here and say he wowed me last night or he did anything that was really spectacular that kept them in the game, because in reality, he kind of hurt them when their defense played better than everyone expected.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think that they should be happy with where they are right now with him. I don't think any Giants fan has delusions of a playoff berth this year. This is about building something for next year when it's Daniel Jones and whoever they have as a backup, and Eli Manning is long gone. And speaking of that, did you see the shots of Eli Manning on the bench last night? He just looked miserable with the big coat and the hat, sitting next to Daniel Jones, and they weren't even interacting. He's just sitting there with the tablet. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know if he's checking his stock portfolio or what, but he just seemed completely detached and disinterested, and not what we were sold was going to be the Eli Manning role. He's going to be the guy who's going to be basically, the coach on the field and help Daniel Jones. And I just didn't sense a whole lot of interaction between the two of them. And look, it may be that they were interacting like crazy when the cameras didn't show the two of them, but every time they popped him up, he just was sitting there in his own little world.
But that's exactly what we were sold. Eli Manning was asked after he was benched, and he said he was disappointed and he wanted his job back and he wanted to be a starter. So I think he's been consistent. I think that the Eli Manning is going to coach up Daniel Jones and be the mentor.
No,
that's
that was
you.
out there.
That's you.
No, it's not.
That's the media narrative.
No, it's
not.
No, it's not. I thought they should have just cut Eli Manning. I mean, look, and when we see the images we saw last night, what good? Why keep him around? Why force him to stay?
Because Daniel Jones is dressing out of his closet. He's giving Daniel Jones clothes, game day clothes. That's why you keep him around.
Yeah. And they're paying him $11.5 million for that privilege.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.